The Galactic Council had made their decision with cold precision. 12 worlds would each send their apex predator to Earth's combat arena, a final demonstration of humanity's inadequacy before the species would be relegated to menial labor across the stars. Cora stood at the observation deck of the Human Defense Initiative headquarters, her hands pressed against the transparent aluminum viewport. Below in the massive biodome arena, 12 containment pods hummed with alien menace. Each held a nightmare from a different corner of the galaxy. "They think we're weak," Adam said, stepping beside her. His reflection in the viewport showed the weariness etched into his face. 3 sleepless nights of preparation had left their mark. As the lead combat strategist, he'd studied every creature the Council had sent. 12 apex predators. They want to break our spirit before they break our world. Cora turned to face him, her cybernetic eye, a memento from the Proxima raids, whirring as it focused. "They don't understand us, do they? They see our soft skin, our lack of natural weapons, our relatively brief lifespans, and they assume we're prey." "They've never been prey themselves," Adam replied, pulling up a holographic display. 12 creatures materialized in miniature before them. The Vraxian slasher, with its diamond-hard claws that could tear through starship hulls. The Keltheran shadow worm, capable of phase-shifting through solid matter. The Zorgothi berserker, whose regeneration made it nearly immortal in combat. And 9 others, each more terrifying than the last. "Have you told them what we're sending?" Cora asked. Adam's expression shifted into something that might have been a smile, though it held no warmth. "I told the Council we'd send 1 champion." They laughed. "Ambassador Thexavar said that even humanity's greatest warrior couldn't survive 5 minutes against any single one of their beasts. Then they'll learn." The arena's lights activated at dawn. 60,000 aliens from across the Galactic Council filled the amphitheater, their various forms creating a tapestry of colors and shapes in the stands. They chittered, buzzed, and vocalized in hundreds of languages, all united in their certainty of humanity's impending humiliation. Cora and Adam descended to the floor level, where a single transport container waited. It was smaller than the alien pods, much smaller. This fact brought waves of derisive sound from the crowd. Ambassador Thexvar, a being of crystalline structure and prismatic light, approached them. "Humans, you may withdraw your champion and accept servitude with dignity. This demonstration is merely formality. Why sacrifice your warrior?" Adam met the ambassador's faceted gaze without flinching. "Open the pods." The alien containers burst open simultaneously. 12 nightmares entered the arena. The Vraxian slasher immediately attacked the nearest creature, its claws finding the Keltheran shadow worm. The worm phased through the attack and retaliated with acidic breath. Within seconds, the arena became a churning mass of teeth, claws, venom, and violence as the 12 apex predators engaged in a chaotic free-for-all. "They're killing each other," Thexvar observed, confusion evident in the modulation of its voice. "This was not—" "You sent apex predators," Cora interrupted. "Solitary hunters, territorial. You put them in an enclosed space and expected what exactly? Cooperation?" The ambassador had no response. 5 minutes into the carnage, only 6 creatures remained standing. They circled each other warily, bloodied but still lethal. The crowd's enthusiasm had dimmed considerably. Adam nodded to Cora. She approached the human container and entered. The release sequence, the door opened. What emerged was not the powered armor suit the aliens expected, nor the genetically enhanced super soldier they feared. What walked into that arena of blood and violence was a silverback gorilla, 400 pounds of muscle and contained fury, flanked by 2 handlers in light armor. The crowd erupted in confusion. Thexvar turned to Adam, lights flickering rapidly across its crystalline surface. "This is your champion, an animal? An extinct species revived from genetic archives." "Not extinct," Adam corrected quietly. "Endangered once. We brought them back. And you're right, he's an animal. Just like your 12 apex predators." The handlers released the silverback and retreated. The gorilla, designated Unit 7, though Cora privately called him Caesar, surveyed the arena with remarkably intelligent eyes. The nearest creature, a Thorgian render with 6 limbs and venomous barbs, charged at what it perceived as easy prey. Caesar's response was devastating in its efficiency. The gorilla didn't run. It stood its ground, caught the render's leading limbs, and with a display of pure brutal strength broke them. The render's screech of pain echoed through the suddenly silent amphitheater. Caesar followed up with hammer blows that would have dented steel, and within seconds, the render ceased moving. Impossible, Thexvar whispered. But it was only beginning. The remaining 5 creatures recognized a threat. They attacked in concert, a cooperation born of survival instinct overriding territorial aggression. It didn't matter. Caesar moved with a combination of raw power and surprising agility. When the Zorgothi berserker lunged, the gorilla caught it midair and slammed it into the arena floor with such force that the regeneration couldn't compensate fast enough. When the shadow worm phased in for an attack, Caesar was already moving, demonstrating a combat awareness that seemed to predict the creature's materialization point. Cora watched the ambassador's lights dim as comprehension dawned. You're understanding now, aren't you? This creature, Thexvar's voice carried none of its earlier condescension. It has no natural weapons. No venom, no claws, no armor plating. No, Adam agreed. Just muscle, bone, intelligence, and millions of years of evolution on the same world that produced us. You sent apex predators from 12 different worlds, creatures that evolved in isolation, each perfectly adapted to their single environment. We're from Earth. Earth didn't make specialists. It made survivors. The battle lasted 17 minutes. When Caesar stood alone in the center of the arena, chest heaving, surrounded by the fallen forms of 12 alien apex predators, the amphitheater sat in absolute silence. Cora activated the recall signal, and Caesar returned to his handlers, who rewarded him with fruit and gentle words before guiding him back to the container. Your gorilla, Thexvar finally managed, is not even your species' warrior. No, Cora replied. He's our cousin. We share 98% of our DNA, and he's one of the gentlest creatures on our world. Most of the time. Adam brought up another holographic display, this one showing images from Earth. Great white sharks, saltwater crocodiles, polar bears, Cape buffalo, box jellyfish, funnel web spiders, and then humans, soldiers in combat, athletes pushing the boundaries of physical achievement, scientists conquering disease and death itself. Earth doesn't produce apex predators, Adam explained. Earth produces an ecosystem of apex predators, and at the top of that ecosystem, through not strength alone but intelligence, cooperation, endurance, and adaptability, stands humanity. We didn't evolve to be the strongest or the fastest or the most venomous. We evolved to outlast, outsmart, and outadapt everything that tried to kill us. We tamed wolves into dogs, Cora added. We took wild grasses and created wheat. We looked at the sky and decided to walk on the moon. We brought species back from extinction because we decided they deserved another chance. You sent beasts, Ambassador. We sent a reminder. Thexvar's crystalline form seemed to dim further. What is the human term? Hold my beer? Despite everything, Adam smiled. Close enough. The Galactic Council's proposal for humanity's servitude was quietly withdrawn that evening. 3 months later, Earth received its first invitation to join the Council as an equal member, with full voting rights and territorial sovereignty, and in the Biodome facility, Caesar enjoyed his retirement with an expanded habitat, a harem of females, and all the fruit he could eat. The first Earth creature to become a galactic legend without ever leaving home.